Arguably the greatest tennis player of all time, Serena Williams, is calling it quits. Serena has won 73 singles titles, 23 Grand Slam titles, 14 double titles, all with her sister Venus, 4-time Olympic gold medalist. But the number that means the most to 41-year-old legend Serena at this point in her life, the number she wants to increase the most, is the number 1. Serena only has one child. In a recent interview with Vogue, Serena told the story. It was actually her 5-year-old daughter, Olympia, who was playing a game on her mom's phone. Part of the game asked Olympia, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" According to Serena, her daughter's whisper response was, "I want to be a big sister." Serena knows better than anyone how important it is to have a family, especially to have a sister that both share this unique bond, this one thing in common, being great black women in the sport of tennis. Serena said, "When I was little, I was not very good at tennis. I was so sad when I didn't get all the early opportunities that Venus got, but that helped me. It made me work harder, turning me into a savage fighter. I traveled to tournaments with Venus as her hidden partner, and if there were any open spot, I'd play. I followed her around the world and watched her. When she lost, I understood why, and I made sure that I wouldn't lose the same way. That's how I started to move so fast up the rankings, because I learned the lessons from Venus and her losses instead of the hard way from my own. It was as if I were playing her matches too. I wouldn't be Serena if it weren't for Venus." Serena says her and her husband recently received some promising news from doctors about expanding their family. Williams has previously told the story publicly about her first pregnancy nearly ended in death for one of the greatest athletes of all time. Her C-section wound popped open due to the intense coughing of pulmonary embolism. The doctors found a large hematoma, a swelling of clotted blood in her abdomen. Also, there was concern of the clots traveling to her lungs. Procedure after procedure led to Williams being in the bed for the first 6 weeks after Olympia was born. Serena said, "Believe me, I never wanted to have to choose between tennis and a family. I don't think it's fair. If I were a guy, I wouldn't be writing this because I'd be out there playing and winning while my wife was doing the physical labor of expanding our family. Maybe I'd be more of a Tom Brady if I had the opportunity. Don't get me wrong, I love being a woman, and I've loved every second of being pregnant with Olympia. I was one of those annoying women who adored being pregnant and was working until the day I had to report to the hospital, although things got super complicated on the other side. And I almost did do the impossible. A lot of people don't realize that I was 2 months pregnant when I won the Australian Open in 2017. But I'm 41, and something's got to give now. I've never liked the word retirement. It doesn't feel like a modern word to me. I've been thinking of this as a transition, but I want to be sensitive about how I use that word, which means something very specific and important to a community of people. Maybe the best word to describe what I'm up to is evolution. I'm here to tell you that I'm evolving away from tennis toward other things that are important to me. A few years ago, I quietly started Serena Ventures, a venture capital firm. Soon after that, I started a family. I want to grow that family, but I've been reluctant to admit to myself or anyone else that I have to move on from playing tennis first. Alexis, my husband, and I have hardly talked about it. It's like a taboo topic. I can't even have this conversation with my mom and dad. It's like it's not real until you say it out loud. It comes up, I get an uncomfortable lump in my throat, and I start to cry. The only person I've really gone there with is my therapist. One thing that I'm not going to do is sugarcoat this. I know a lot of people are excited about and look forward to retiring, and I really just wish I felt that way. I want to thank you, Queen Serena Williams. You and your sister have given millions all across the globe hope. You've made people that look like you, black people, get up early, often, on Saturday mornings to root for you in whatever tournament you were in. You've taken the greatness to the next level and challenged yourself to be the greatest tennis player to ever swing a racket. And most importantly, Serena, you have given the blueprint to young female Black athletes to know that with hard work, they can accomplish anything they set their mind to. The most profound statement arguably in Serena's Vogue interview is this: I don't particularly like to think about my legacy. I get asked about it a lot and I never know exactly what to say, but I like to think that thanks to the opportunities afforded to me, women athletes feel that they can be themselves on the court. They can play with aggression and pump their fists. They can be strong yet beautiful. They can wear what they want and say what they want and kick butt and be proud of it all. I've made a lot of mistakes in my career. Mistakes are learning experiences, and I embrace those moments. I'm far from perfect, but I've also taken a lot of criticism, and I like to think I went through some hard times as a professional tennis player so that the next generation could have it easier. Over the years, I hope that people come to think of me as symbolizing something bigger than tennis. I admired Billie Jean because she transcended her sport. I like it to be Serena is this and she's that, and she was a great tennis player and she won those slams. Thank you, Serena.